Okay, today's video I'm going to be fixing up this whitetail shed that we found on our Minnesota shed hunting trip. It's kind of a moose shed hunting trip. If you didn't watch that video, go check that out. But we found whitetail and moose. Lexi found this old sucker and I'm going to try fixing it up. Tines were quite a bit longer on here, but they snapped off on the hike. Lots to choose on it, but at least the main beam's pretty good. I'm going to be using some epoxy sculpt to fix it up. Let's get going. Alright, this is what we got so far. Looking pretty good. Brow tines pretty much done. We're going to have to fix up these next tines. There it is in the back there. Okay, next step is go to your closet and there we go. Get some wire. Okay, we'll get this hanger taken apart. Obviously, if you have normal wire, you can just use that. I don't. So this works just as good. Okay, then we'll kind of just measure where it was. Since the main beam like kind of ends right here, I'm going to drill through the middle and I'm going to kind of measure from there where I want it to be. This one, when we had it, it had longer tines about up to here. So we'll just kind of measure. Remember, include how deep you're going to drill. And always go a little bit longer so that you can cut off the excess on the top. So that tine would have, by the max, would have been about that long. Probably got a lot of room to play with, and snipper there. Okay, so that one will go in here, and now we need to cut one for the next time. Okay, we got those cut, now we gotta drill it. When I drill, I'm gonna kinda stay as center as possible and then make sure I don't come poking out anywhere and try to get it so it sits as straight up as I can. Alright, this thing's getting in the way. So snap it off. I think I'll lengthen my drill bit too. Okay, there we go. Tip of the day is don't drill into your table. Alright, so now you can see the holes in there. I wish I could go a little bit farther with that one, but it should be fine. See how far? Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. Now we'll get these in there and put in some glue. Cool. Now we'll let that dry. Make sure that the tines are kind of how you want them to be shaped. I think that they're looking pretty good. Okay. Set this over here while it dries and get ready for the next step. Alright, so I'm looking at the picture of when we found it, and the two tines are actually about the same height there. So I'm gonna trim this one down, I think, to the top right here. And then they're about the same height, and then the G3 kind of kinked forward a little bit, so I'm gonna kind of kink it forward just like it was when we found it. There we go. So now the tops kink forward. They're about the same height. The G3 was actually a little bit taller. So we'll add it up to about there. And that's the base of what we're going to be adding on. Now let's get the epoxy mixed together. Alright, now he might not have been that massy, but it's hard to tell from the pictures because we only saw him when he was chewed off. Looks pretty natural there, but I'll sand it down a little bit thinner probably. Now, this one's actually turning out pretty good. I'm going to go back to this one now and try to make it a little bit more natural. It looks a little bit wide here, but so they look a little bit thick right now, but they're probably pretty close. But then when we come back with the sandpaper, that'll fix that up. I got just enough left to finish this last little tine, so I'll start working on that. Okay, I think that's about it. Now we gotta let her dry. Okay, we're gonna try spray painting it white here. Okay, I let that dry a little bit, and now I've never done this before, but I think I'm gonna try a tan spray paint on the base and kind of layer it up towards the top. I'll probably do another coat of it anyways, but I'm just gonna try doing this instead. Alright, next I'm going to be painting the horn. I got burnt umber and white, basically. And then I'm going to stain it later, though. So I'll kind of get it close to how it looks with the paint. And then when I put the stain on, it kind of blends everything together. So I got two of my fresh sheds from this year to kind of look at and compare it to. So we will see. Okay, next I'm going to try some of this early American stain there, and hopefully it will kind of even everything out here. Alright, there's the finished product. Turned out pretty sweet. I did darken up the bottom a little bit and then faded it up. Cool. Turned out pretty awesome. I'm happy with it. Here's the match set moose I found from the same trip. I'll probably be fixing those up next little project I'll be on. But as for now, thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. And I'd love to have you subscribe and hit the like button. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks again for watching.